Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today's product of the video is the beautiful shower gel. This was a shower gel that used to be mainline. It was so good. It still had a fruity scent, but instead of being like the typical citrus bergamot, this had apricot, it had peach juice in it. There was a bit of jasmine, even though I don't really like jasmine. And it almost had sometimes a bit of like a honeysuckle. I loved it, was definitely disappointed when it was discontinued. Glad I have this beautiful bottle when they did luster in it. Oh, it was so lovely. It was literally beautiful. And if you watched any of my collection videos, you know that I have 2 bottles of it actually left. So today's video, we are all about empties. So these are all of my March empties that I used up. So let's get into them. So first up, we'll just get it out of the way. This is the Perry & Spirit, probably not saying it right, the makeup brush cleaner. Now I got this one because my usual brush cleaner that I use for all of my makeup brushes was out of stock, and so they recommended this one. It does pretty much exactly the same thing. The one that I prefer is the one that's the blue one, the one that you could actually buy it at Sephora. I prefer to buy it from this other store because it is a local costume shop in my town, so I do like to support them and give them my business. That's actually where I've started buying all of my aqua paints, all of my contacts. If I do use any kind of prosthetics, I usually buy it from them. Sephora gets enough of my money, so I would rather support Dawn's Hobby Shop that's here in Calgary. Now this one in particular, it did the job. It was great. I think my annoyance with it, the smell, and I don't really care about like the alcohol smell, but it almost had like a weird like citronella smell to it, which I just thought was weird. The other one that I used doesn't really have much of a smell other than alcohol. It's almost like a smell, not quite like nail polish remover, but kind of. But yeah, this just had more of that citrusy scent, which was always just a little bit weird. Would I buy it again? Yeah, if my favorite one was out of stock, I would totally repurchase this. Now, how long did this bottle last me? Over a year, for sure. I think I bought this a year last February. So an entire year it has taken me to go through that. So for it lasting a year, worth it for me. Next up, we have the Fenty Skin. This is their Instant Reset Overnight Recovery Gel Cream Moisturizer. I really enjoyed this one. I actually really love the Fenty Skin products. At times, I'm less of a fan of some of their packaging. As you guys have heard me say before, the one cleanser, I'm not a fan of the packaging. I love the actual product, but the packaging, a little iffy. I do really love that with the Fenty Skin, and there's 2 products, this moisturizer and their day moisturizer, you can buy refill packs for them, so you don't have to constantly be like wasting so much money on like the plastic. You do get a bit of a discount. It's about $5 on the refill pack for this one, which I do wish it was a little bit more, but it is nice that they do even offer a refill. The overnight cream, thankfully, is a little bit more of like a thicker one, which is always good for overnight and what I prefer on my nighttime moisturizer. And this container definitely lasted me a long time because a little bit does go a long way. And it does come with a little spatula in here that I pretty much lost like the minute I opened it up. The packaging is interesting on it. Could it be better? Absolutely. I do appreciate them thinking outside of the box and how they can be different, but it is slightly annoying at certain times, and I'm slightly confused of how exactly to like get this out of here to use to do the refill pack. Like, I don't know if I pull it here. Oh, yeah, it's not exactly the most easiest one to like figure it out, and like putting it together was a little annoying, but the product in general is amazing. So I would definitely repurchase the refill to have it again. Pretty much across the board for any kind of Fenty product, being their skin or their makeup, I've enjoyed all of it. So would highly recommend any kind of Fenty product. Next up, we have the Sage Wellness. This is their Safe Hands, their antimicrobial hand lotion. I really love this hand lotion. A friend of mine at work bought it for a whole bunch of us last year, and I pretty much fell in love with it like the minute I used it. Sage is amazing with their aromatherapy, their essential oils that they have that you can either buy to like use in your diffuser or that they have in products. One of my favorite is the Peppermint Halo. Love it. And now my new favorite is pretty much anything from like their Safe Hand range, which I've only tried the lotion, but somebody else has also gifted me the hand soap, which I'm super excited to try. So the hand lotion does of course use more essential oils as like the antibacterial, microbial, so saying this wrong, to help like sanitize your hand. It's definitely a more earthier scent. You do smell like the essential oils. It has a lavender, it has a pine scent. It's amazing. It also really absorbs into your skin really fast, which I appreciate, because when I need to moisturize my hands, I don't want to have to like wait a long time for it to like soak in, but this one soaks in right away. I love it. I don't actually know, is Sage in the US or anywhere else, or is it just a Canadian company? I don't actually know. Probably should look that up. But if you can order from Sage, either if you have it in your city in a mall or to go onto their website, their products are awesome. Peppermint Halo, highly recommend. And now I recommend the Safe Hands. They're awesome. Next up, we have the Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair Shower Gel, which this is one that used to be in Lush stores like 4 years ago, and it is actually part of the cocktail Lush scent family, which is actually one I'm not really a fan of. Cocktail scent is one I think you either seem to like love it or hate it, or it's just not for you. It just didn't really do anything for me. I love the name of it. It's always fun to have like the tongue-in-cheek like Lush products. And I think in one of our next boxes or in one of the ranges, there is coming out with like another cocktail scented product. I think we either just like voted for that, because it's not coming out for Father's Day and it's not coming out for the Light Up the Night one. It is coming in something else. Am I wrong, or am I just like spacing on that? I think there is. If it is coming in one of our subscription boxes, that's cool, because I believe it's like a purple color, which I love purple, but I'll probably give it to like the boyfriend for them to use up, or I'll gift it to somebody else because the scent just doesn't really do it for me. Next up, we have from Bath Bake Love. This is their Everlast Gobstopper, their bath cream, which is really like a whip soap. I love the scents that they have at Bath Bakes. They have always been these like creamy, amazing, sweet, like dessert scents. And I do love like all the themes that they've come out with. This was from when they did Willy Wonka whole themed month. So this was a multicolored like green, purpley one. It was awesome. They always have some really cute decors that go on like the very top of it. I really love their products. I have a lot of them to use up. So if you do like more dessert scents in general, definitely a great company to purchase from. They only really do restocks, I think it's like once a month, but each month is a different theme. They do sell it really quickly, so definitely jump on there and get it. So a great indie company that I can highly recommend. Next up, we have the Inky List. This is their oat cleansing balm. If you can't see through the video, this tube looks disgusting. But that's because obviously when I'm using it, I have just done a makeup look and I need to take it off, which then my hand, if I always need a little bit more, it gets gross. So my apologies for looking just gross. As you guys know, I prefer an emulsifying cleanser balm, and this one was amazing. It removed so much of like when I was doing all my creative makeup looks, it removed all of it. It's really nice if you have sensitive skin, and it's also a really great price for $14 for like this great tube that lasted me a good couple of months. And I'm using a decent amount to like get off my creative makeup looks. So if you were just using it for your day-to-day makeup, one of these tubes would last you a long time. And even if it didn't, but for $14, if you go through it faster, like it's not going to break the bank. So I think this one's probably going to turn into a staple, and I'll like alternate between my like two favorite ones that I love. Also in general, totally highly recommend the Inky List product. I think they're really great. Next up, we have the CeraVe, the moisturizing cream. I don't know why I have all these like marks on it. Who knows? This one, it's just a classic daily moisturizer. Nothing really to like write home about it. Great if you have sensitive skin. It's a really good price point. You can buy it at any kind of like drugstore. I think it's really great if you're getting into skincare, or if you do have like younger skin. For myself, would I probably purchase again? Not really, because I do have so many more amazing moisturizers that work a lot better. And for me and my more mature skin, because I am 40, so yeah, my skin is considered mature. I just need something that has a little bit more oomph. This is just a little bit plain and basic for me. And there's nothing wrong with it. I just personally need a little bit more than this. I guess the only time I probably would repurchase it is if I like was away somewhere, ran out of my moisturizer, and I just wanted something that was like simple, cheap, easy to get. Then probably I would pick it up again. And our last empty that we have this month is the Odor Aroma Toner Water. I really enjoy toner waters. I think they're really nice when you need a little like cool down in the hot months, or just need a little like pick me up, refresh in the like afternoon, evening, or at times when you feel your skin is a little bit tighter or drier and you just kind of like spritz it on. Or even sometimes when I'm doing like my skincare and I feel like my skin's a little bit tight through my steps, I just spray a little bit on there. Highly recommend putting it in the fridge in the summertime so then it cools it down. So when you do like mist your face, it's really nice for a cool down in the hot months. Awesome. There was another toner water that used to come out in the kitchen all the time. What was the name of it? It was so similar to the name Breath of Fresh Air, which is another toner water that you can buy in the stores right now. I think it was like Fresh Breath of Air. I don't know. I'll look it up and put it down here. But that one was my favorite one. If that one ever came back, definitely would grab some of those ones. But my other favorite is the Odor Aroma water because it's really nice just if you do have a little bit more sensitive skin. This is awesome. And there we have it. So these are all the empties from March 2022 that I have used up. So good amount. Got some like lots of favorites that I had in here. I think there was only really like 2 products that I'm not a fan of and won't be purchasing again. So that's pretty good. So how is everybody doing? It's been an interesting week for me. I mean, lots of things going on in personal life and stuff that always super fun. My back is giving me a lot of issues. This is times when I'm like, I just feel old. I don't even know what I did. Like, I don't think I slept on it wrong. It's like I literally stood up and just like moved weird and then it like tinged and gotta love the things growing up, right? It was really weird on April Fool's Day last Friday. And normally Lush has, at least as far as I can remember, has always done like a joke post. I think one of my favorite ones is when they did the beer bath bomb years ago. Mainly I think it was like Lush North America did this. I don't think the UK ever did, but they were always really good. And actual products that I totally wanted to purchase. Like the beer bath bomb, totally would have bought it. And so it was a little sad not having that. And it kind of got me thinking about like the whole Lush community, what's happening to it. And I don't know what you all think, but I feel like it is sort of fading away, which definitely makes me a little bit sad, but I also kind of understand it. I mean, I think ever since the main Lush Kitchen closed, I don't even know how many years ago it was at this point, but I feel like ever since that closed, it's been like a slow, a little bit kind of like less interest in the community in general, which I understand. I mean, the Lush Kitchen days, there was so much excitement. There was so much like hype every week and like what's going and what's the new and all like, it was crazy. It was awesome. It was also like at times super stressful. I don't know if any of you are around when it like the Kalakis body lotion came out and the like clusterfuck that was ordering that, like it was insane. And there was a few weeks that were like that, the website crashing and then people's ordering, like, oh, it was ridiculous. Like, I don't necessarily want to go back to that insanity, but I really do miss that excitement, that, I don't know, that whole feeling around that time. And I feel like we've lost a bit of that spark. And I don't know if that is just with Lush taking each time like more and more of a step back until they just fully deleted, got off social media. And if them doing that was kind of like, not the nail in the coffin, but kind of like shut the door on a lot of things. Like I feel like the community needs a big spark and like there's something lacking from it, which I'm sad to see because it was an amazing community. It is still an amazing community. There is tons of people that are still doing so much and so many amazing things. Like the bloggers who are reviewing all the products that still come out of the range, the people who are giving the spoilers. Like I literally would have no idea what is actually going on at Lush if it weren't for those people. If it wasn't for the people doing the spoilers and showing us, like I would literally have no idea. And I know there's lots of people who really just either fully stopped buying it and they just don't care. And that's totally, I understand that. Like I completely understand that and I don't blame them whatsoever. And at times I still always wondered, has Lush even fully realized how much they have like shut the door on a very loyal fan base that they had? And I don't think they give two shits. Which is why at times like my account on like Instagram and on here, like I'm always conflicted when I'm posting about Lush. I'm always wondering like, what is the point? Like, why am I even doing this? They don't seem to like really care that we're doing this. Like we're giving them free advertising. Like it's a battle that I've had with what to do with my account for a while. And this is not like me saying, oh, I want to be compensated or anything. Like, no, it's entirely not that. But it's always nice to have that acknowledgement from a brand, from the people, whatever, that they do appreciate what we have done. I don't know what I'm gonna fully do. I mean, I have some ideas what I want to do as I keep moving forward. Like, I'm not gonna cut it cold turkey or anything like that. But I always think about it. I'm like, do I really want to keep making Lush content all the time? Not really. I don't really want to be necessarily known as just a Lush account, just doing Lush videos, just doing that. And I know for the most part, yeah, that's what I have and I understand it. But I'm like, I want to do more, and I don't want to also just do makeup. Like, it's just having one of those, like, I don't even want to say having like one of those like identity crisis or anything. I think I've said this before of like how I want to maybe like change my account, but just explore other things, and what that's going to be, no idea. I think it's more of just like focusing on interesting creative outlets. And how do I go about doing that? Time will tell. Let me know your guys' feeling on whatever babblingness that you got out of this last part. Like, did I even make sense? Am I even make sense? Do I ever make sense? Who knows? But just thank you all for coming, hanging out with me, listening to me ramble. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you for continuing to support me while I figure out my way of what I want to do. Anyway, that is all for me this week. I hope you guys are all happy and healthy, and I will see you guys all in the next video. All right, bye.